Welcome to the afters. Uncut bonus content for our best friends behind the paywall. I'm giving Sham his the pause he needs. I think
We don't do that anymore, I don't think.
so. Just me like freezing on camera.
You just literally were buffering in real time.
Uncut bonus content for our best friends behind the Substack. This week we're fucking around and getting silly with Jimmy and Larry right after podcasting with Chaz Bear, aka Toro y Moi, aka Les Sins, aka Chadwick Bundick. Yo, his name kind of rhymes. Chadwick Bundick.
Yeah.
Kind of bars.
But also just like basically wearing a sign that says make fun of me. Which
I'd rather have, I think Bundick is like, we're going to get, you know what? We're going to get into it. We always do this thing where we fucking riff too hard before we get into the fit check. Why don't we
riff too hard, might fuck around and drown?
off this riff?
You can't use riff twice. Riff over.
Off this biff. Off this skiff.
Off this bun dick.
Coke and boats, skiff.
Yeah, true.
Off this bun dick.
Mm-hmm.
Off this Chad
More
Wick.
of a sailing yacht than a,
Really?
that's what the Lady Yasmin is, a sailing yacht.
Yeah, which I was always like, I'd rather be, if I had my choice of yachts,
Yeah.
we're going yachting.
Yachting.
In my boat shoes, we're going yachting. I'd rather go motor than sailing.
Yeah.
What if there's no wind? I know I know the boat has a motor, but
Yeah.
like, I feel like that requires more crew, like running around and like fucking winching
Yeah.
and shit, and like unfurling the jib.
Yeah, I think
But I'd rather just like, yo, hit the button and let's go.
absolutely hit the fucking button. I think a sailing yacht
It's just a little chop. It's just a little chop.
I think a sailing yacht is old money, and the mega super yacht that you're thinking of, which of
I didn't
course
say mega super
better.
yacht.
No, that I said that you might be thinking of.
I'm thinking of below deck.
Not a mega
super
yacht, not a super yacht, but that's a yacht.
It's a
Does that
charter.
have sails?
It's a charter boat. No, it doesn't. No.
Is it a catamaran?
No, that's why being deck crew is so much sicker than being interior the sexy stews.
What's a poop deck?
It's where you shit.
Nah, really though. Like
It actually is like towards the aft of the ship.
the ass.
Yes. The rear.
All black charter yacht sitting in the asshole.
You know what I realized? We did a pod last night with kind of someone else's pod. I guess we can't really talk about it. Although this might be out by the time that's out.
Oh, wait. Their shit drops on Tuesdays. It'll be out. We
Yeah.
did NymFed alumni.
I kind of weirdly know a shitload about boats and pirates and shit.
Well, you did your research. You're a good guest.
Yeah, but I think more just reading like what's the fucking book where like the rich kid gets tossed overboard, gets picked up. It's like a Rudyard Kipling book. Like Captain Courageous or something. Some shit like
Captain Underpants by Rudyard Kipling.
Oh, really funny, Lawrence.
No, I'm just riffing, dude.
Sorry that you don't know the book.
Rudyard Kipling's most famous is
It's a novel by Rudyard Kipling. It's a Red Badge of Courage's most famous thing, or Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. That's what I was thinking of. I was gonna say The Jungle, but that's Upton Sinclair.
Nice. Captain Courageous. Teddy Roosevelt, the best president of all time. Big fan of Captain Courageous.
He's number
A Story of the Grand Banks. An 1897 novel by Rudyard Kipling.
He's your number one president?
Absolutely. Well, Abraham Lincoln, who now people think fucked a lot of dudes.
Oh, he was into buggering, to continue with the sailing.
7 queers ago.
Ooh, goddamn, Jim, don't hurt him. Wait, what is this based on?
Some like academic article came out that's like, yeah, actually Abraham Lincoln was
Abraham
bisexual.
Lincoln gay?
Yeah, bisexual.
I mean, that doesn't affect how good of a president he was. He's still on Mount Rushmore.
Of course not. Why would you even suggest that?
More like Mount Buttsmore.
Also, he's not on Mount Rushmore.
Fuck.
Teddy Roosevelt.
My bad.
Absolutely. Wait, is he?
Washington, Jefferson,
FDR?
Roosevelt. I was just gonna say Roosevelt, so I get 2 for 1. Wait, yo, this is
Bush.
embarrassing.
Bush get 2 for 1.
We ask it.
Oh, he is on there. Teddy Roosevelt and Abraham Lincoln.
Woo! That's right, dude. This is an all-inclusive monument.
Yeah. Crazy that you know so much about a monument that just is on stolen tribal land.
We should do a land acknowledgement before every podcast. Also, what happened to riffing too much up top?
Trying to do a land acknowledgement on this pussy.
My favorite is thanks for asking, is James K. Polk.
Okay, why?
Dude, he in 4 years, the amount that big manifest destiny guys, you know?
Oh, I also saw that tweet. Yeah.
He what tweet?
Manifest Destiny, this pussy. I don't know.
What? Oh, I didn't see that. I'm not really on X.com. No, the Mexican War, dude. Fucking do your Wikipedias and your Googles. That's California. That's fucking Texas. A lot of territory.
Without Teddy Roosevelt, we would never have the Rough Riders.
What would they have called themselves?
The fucking smooth
criminals.
Yeah, the smooth sailors. I don't know.
Stop.
The most baddest thing about Teddy Roosevelt, and then we'll get into a fit check. He, big outdoorsman,
of course.
And his method of walking was he's like, you know what? I'm just going to walk in a straight line. And whether there's like a mountain or a rock or a tree, I will just go over it. I will not like walk around anything. I will just walk over whatever hurdles are in my path.
And this is all while carrying a big stick.
Yes, and walking softly. Because he was such a sickly child that he became such an avid outdoorsman when he like regained his health.
Overcompensation much?
Yeah. He also, when reading newspapers when reading books, when he was done with a page, he would just rip it out and throw it to the fire.
That's fire, dude. That literally. Wait, so he's like, I consume the knowledge, know what's going to happen, and he would burn the pages?
It's like how Fat Joe would like, pop a tag and then throw the fucking white tea out. That was him with books.
Basically, a lot of scholars are saying that Teddy Roosevelt was the Fat Joe of reading.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get into a fit check.
Okay, why don't you start?
On the feet, I'm wearing Hender Scheme. Remember them?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that you used to just like copy?
Yo, leather Jordans.
Yeah, like the 4s. Picked these up the last time I was in Japan at Beams.
They make a lot of like the whole brand has changed. I feel like it used to be.
They're making just original silhouettes, which I really and not just leather either. Because the leather shit, I had some leather Crocs from Hender Scheme.
Okay,
my feet would fucking bleed.
Yeah, but those are still like a 1-for-1 homage in like Chrome XL leather or whatever, right? Those were like literally Crocs.
In like undyed leather, so that you develop your own patina. The oils from your skin get in there and like darken it. But these are, it's like a nylon. It's like a technical,
they're like tents for your feet.
Exactly.
Did you get served the ad where they have the loafer that like you step into and it has like this mechanism? I was getting served this ad like nonstop. It was kind of cool,
a little gimmicky.
Absolutely. Well, dude, this is Hender Scheme. This brand started on gimmicks, but
I think these are like supposed to be hella waterproof because they have these like nylon bungee cords that you can like really tighten the ankle opening.
I would say they look like Pilgrim water shoes.
Yeah.
In the best possible way.
Thanks. I haven't worn them in a minute, and it's probably a little too hot today to be wearing, honestly, the bottom half of this fit, but fuck it. We ball for Toro. The socks, Amazon, KOTDN or whatever. The pants, Cheapy Company.
Are these out yet?
They should be because these were spring, summer 24.
Correct me if I'm wrong. These are like, they called it like a climbing style pant, right?
I think you just started calling it that yourself.
I definitely didn't just make that up though.
It's like it has like the knee dart. It has like an interesting pocket system that I'm like, where's my fucking wallet?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the side back pocket.
CP pants for SS24, like they really went for it. You have these. I have like the cargo version. They're fucking sick, dude.
Well, thankfully, thank God, the big brains up in there were like, wait a second, people don't want just like Euro style tightness and Euro length capris.
Big brains, bigger pants.
Honestly, that's how you know it's good.
Better ingredients, better pants. CP Company.
Yeah. I forgot I had these, and
really
was I kind of looking for like a light pant option for today.
These are bangers.
Yeah,
were they hidden away?
Huh?
Were they hidden away?
No, I don't know. I haven't been wearing pants in a minute. It's been too hot.
Yeah, true. All right,
had to go into the pants pile.
We're back, baby.
Yeah,
for Toro.
These are it. It was so funny. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not firing shots. It was so funny to watch like I could see, I felt like I got a glimpse into maybe like the dynamic you used to have with your little brother.
With who?
Just in terms of like a sibling thing where you're like, oh no, James, those pants are fucking awesome, dude. You should totally get those. Like those are so sick because the green pants from CP Company that I wore in the campaign, you really wanted them. She's like, oh, dude, those pants are.
Are you talking about on the photo shoot itself or when we're in the showroom?
When we're in the showroom and like, they were like, what pants do you want? And we both wanted the green ones. And you're like, oh my God, bro, those white ones look so good on you.
Like I'm trying to do Jedi mind tricks on you.
Yeah, exactly. And
well, I mean, they're both.
I'm like, Lords, I will take the white pants if you just stop doing this.
I don't remember. Well, do I remember?
Yeah.
I remember.
Funny I don't remember.
I remember. And by remember, I mean, it just sounds more like me to be like, yeah, let me get both. I need both. And I don't care if you have them or anyone else. I just need both, dude.
You're like, bro, oh, come on. The green ones aren't even that good. The white ones are the best. You know what? You can have the white ones. Thanks, Tom Sawyer.
I think the 5 years that separate myself and my brother, there was never a situation where we like both necessarily wanted the same.
And it shows how bad you are trying to manipulate people to get what you want, because it's just like, I can see right.
Did you ever have to manipulate your younger brother? You guys are closer in age. Oh, okay, yeah, so 2.5 years. So you were familiar with the tactics that you employed yourself.
I was like, brother, I did this when I was 7. You're not going to pull this trick over me 30 years later.
Anyway, check out the pants at CP Company. Absolutely. They're getting bigger and they're getting better.
Everything is getting like a little roomier and more like billowy.
Yeah.
The shirting, the pants, everything. Okay, the shirt I'm wearing is some old Our Legace. Yo, interesting about this shirt. Not a John's Ruiner, but one of my ops on the list that is growing by the day.
Continuously.
I've owned this shirt for a minute, and I saw one of Jimmy's ops wearing it a few years ago, and I was like, fuck, did this shirt just get ruined for me?
Oh, damn. Is it an op? Is it someone the audience knows?
Knows that they're one of my ops, or just knows?
Like,
yeah,
they're a guy?
I'm not going to say no.
They, them? Oh.
No.
Oh.
Not necessarily.
I was going to say, give me a hint. I'm not going to guess.
I wouldn't bestow, if you're an op, you don't get the designation of being a guy.
Just tell me later, I guess, then.
You're just an op. You're not a guy anymore. You are
same colorway, everything.
Yes, there's only one color of the shirt. So I had to hide it away for a few years before the image of that guy wearing it, my op, kind of faded from the collective memory, and namely my memory.
Was there any part of you that was like, maybe we'll become non-ops and then it will be chill? Or you were like, I just got to let people forget that this ever happened?
Once you're an op, you're an op.
Oh, really? There's no way to come back?
Oh, for L, baby.
So you're a grudge guy?
No, you showed your op colors. You're a fucking op. That's it.
All right. Listen, it's your life, dude. I was just wondering. Ops for life. There you go. There's your title.
The hat is utility materials. Talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
When did I talk about this? On the Boys Only.
On the Boys Only. You were wearing it.
Yeah.
You were wearing it.
This wasn't even the one that I wanted, but he sent me the Real Tree one in this one, and I kind of like the shape of this one better.
I was talking to him on Instagram yesterday.
Asking for hats?
He reached out. It was an inbound. And then obviously, size and address immediately. He reminded me, I didn't see him at the happy hour. He was too busy, bartering with you, but he reminded me, and I feel bad because I don't remember his name either, but he reminded me that at the Gex show, he was a very sweaty fan that came up and said what up to us and like had to apologize for how fucking drenched he was.
Damn.
But it's like everyone at the Gex show is sweaty. We're sweaty.
I wasn't there.
Wait, you didn't go?
No.
Oh my God, that's right. It was my day out
with the Groms.
The Groms.
You just watched 21-year-olds vomit into trash cans.
It was an Orienteer hookup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the Toro app.
But yeah, the utility materials, homie. I guess I gotta wear the Real True version before you start wearing it.
Site is open and hats are coppable, and we'll put it in the rec center.
There you go. See, there's a lesson here. Start a podcast, mention that you want something on the podcast, and then that person will DM you. Jill Sonder cuff, Bottega ring, Eckhouse a lot of sunglasses, Nalgene full of Lower Side's finest, and Hanes boxers. Lawrence, what are you wearing?
Sorry, I was checking the levels. I am wearing Clark's Wallabies sizing advice.
Size down, one full size.
Oh,
at least.
If you're me, you size down a half size.
At least one full size. No, sorry, at least one half size.
At least a half, and maybe more.
Okay.
If you have Jimmy's feet. The socks are Shiro. The shorts are a vintage pair of Patagonia stand-ups from my growing collection. Growing like your ops.
How many do you have?
4 or 5.
Okay.
They're so cheap on eBay that it's like they're a can't miss. And also, I think it's a great alternative for guys that are like maybe like, okay, baggy's great for the beach, for the gym, but it's like, I want something a little bit more, I don't know, fucking hard wearing, even though baggies do last forever. Check out stand-ups. We'll put them in the rec center. Moving on up, I have a vintage Diadora Oasis soccer jersey. I was wearing my redhead hat because it matches the Oasis logo on the jersey, and Jenna said it was really cute. But the problem with the rec center is that with some of the stuff, the vintage stuff, it's like, if it's rare, like we're just selling it out. So we got to wait for the supply to replenish.
So you're not getting dressed according to the rec center?
No, I just think that like if I'm wearing it, and
this is what Substack is all up in arms, bro.
This is what's causing the beef. My thing is that let's put the redheads aside and let's let the supply reestablish itself, and then we introduce it back into the rec center.
That's like responsible hunting. That's what Teddy Roosevelt was all about.
Yeah, dude.
Conservation, catch and release.
Yeah.
Kill the rhinoceros and flick it for IG, but like don't kill the young rhinoceri.
Exactly. And literally Redhead as a hunting brand, they abide by all of these rules and regulations and moral quandaries that you spoke of.
That's crazy though that you are making sartorial decisions based on the rec center, which I don't think is, I think that sets a poor precedent, and I don't think you should do that.
No,
and again, this is kind of like the whole fucking, by the way, when we signed up for Substack, did you know that we were signing up for the next fucking cultural war front?
No, but they seem to follow us wherever we go. Yeah. I don't know, like what else to
Barstool, Substack. It's like, I mean, okay, for those that don't know, the TLDR is, I think a lot of people are like, well, there's a few things.
Kind of, it's all girls
brewing in the store. The girlies are up in garms. I guess like people are saying that, if you do affiliate links, if you're just like recommending shit, you're just gonna like make decisions based on how much you can make by posting affiliate links, and being like, oh, I can put this at the rec center. Oh, I can go. It's living life for Instagram, but instead of that, it's living life for monetizing your Substack, which
at least there's a bottom line.
may affect decisions big and small. This is obviously a small one, but I think like the whole conceit of this argument is like people are monetizing their personal lives by just like affiliate linking their shit. And I don't know where you stand on this. I don't give a fuck. Like,
I don't
affiliate link.
I don't care.
Affiliate link your fucking little to your heart's desire.
I mean, it's like, obviously there's more women doing the shoppable listicle stuff than there are guys, but women
be linking.
Yes, they do. And building. But I would be like naive to say that like it doesn't happen in the menswear space. And obviously I think that we're playing in that sandbox a bit now in our own way. No, I'm not letting it like affect decisions. It was more about like, okay, here's the cool thing that like there's nothing left anymore. You guys bought it all.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Because of Trev, and then I copied Trev, and then I copied, and then it's like, hey, here's something for the audience, and then we're all just kind of getting on board, getting in the fucking Redhead basket, and now there's nothing left.
Yeah.
It's all like fucking hats that are fleece lined with like ear flaps. Teddy Roosevelt style. Yeah, but it's like, that's not a thing. Well, okay, maybe that.
Fucking Tyler the Creator style.
Yeah, honestly, straight up. Shout out the new face of... Shout out this new up and coming rapper, Tyler the Creator. I saw him on this Supreme campaign. Never heard of him before.
Next up out of Calabasas.
Rollie on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, chrome on the other hand. The shades are crap eyewear, fucking goggles. I got a raspberry peach sparkling Celsius fire flavor. Check it out if you haven't already. 6 milligram peppermint zin, and my own hydro flask full of Lower East Side's finest. And the underwear are the Skims blend. Real nice.
Nice.
Someone was saying that, like, because I don't know about you, like, I cross my legs gay style, which is just comfortable for me. This way, girl style.
What is, you said gay style?
Yeah, versus like, this is like dude style.
Okay.
Anyway, and someone was like, yeah, it's Larry with the cock shame. So I don't know. Maybe I should just keep it fucking, maybe I should man spread. I mean, we got this custom
6
table.
feet or so of, hypotenuse over there.
Yeah. Well, it's honestly not triangle. I don't know if it's cut off.
It's a truncated triangle.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it would have been a triangle, but we fucking truncated.
You did get, what did you get in your math SATs?
800.
Damn, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Does that mean you get none wrong?
I don't know, to be honest.
I guess, right, you have no idea. You just get your score. You don't know like which. Yeah.
I got 750 on my English because I fucking talked about how much I love Rudyard Kipling's Captain Courageous, and then I didn't make underpants jokes. I actually read the classics.
All right, so if I say Captain, what does your mind immediately think of? Let's do a little word association. Captain
Courageous.
Mine is underpants. I think that is the duality of man.
You're a Johnsman.
Yeah. I have no cock shame, so I think of Captain Underpants.
Yeah. I'm trying to, think about the nobility of the spirit.
Is that what that book is about? Or short story or whatever the fuck it is?
It's a novel. It's about some rich kid gets tossed off his... Some rich kid gets topped up.
A tale is all this time a rich kid gets topped off.
By a New England codfish. No, he gets tossed off his schooner and with his like rich papa, and he gets picked up by a cod fishing boat. And he has to where it doesn't matter that he's a fucking rich kid. He has to learn the ways of like the tough New England codmen.
Right.
He becomes boys. He proves his mettle. He proves his worth. He understands the nobility of work and, fucking working as a team. Gets back to land. His papa's like, oh my God, what Henry, I'm so glad you're home. And he's like, thank you, Father. But you know what? I'm going to go back out to sea with my boys.
Damn, you remember all of this shit.
Yeah.
They ever turn this into a movie I can watch?
I think so. In like the 1930s. Really?
Yeah. Didn't you read like a poem on the pod the other day? Or you
what?
Yeah, no, didn't you read? Because Rudyard Kipling, a great poem. This is actually like a great little rec. You ever read If by Rudyard Kipling? Really good advice. Just like, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or be lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. And then 2 other verses that I'm not going to read, but really great advice, guys.
I didn't read a poem. What I read was the full quote that I gave to the Washington Post, which you then were like, oh, well, what if I wanted to read my poem? And I was like, I would let you, which I just did.
It was about Friends, and it was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, somehow Friends, old silver and gold. That's all.
Maybe even something then before that. Whatever. Anyway, that's some pros for the boys and girls.
Absolutely. This has been a rough pod day.
Yeah.
Normally we pod at 2 p.m., right? I feel like that's a nice opportunity to like do what we got to do in the morning. You can watch a movie and walk your dog. I will do some sort of like form of exercise.
Excuse me. I will be writing about movies because I believe everyone just peeped my nice little summer movie awards.
That's great. I'm really happy. I can't wait to, I'm so happy that I read it when it came out.
Shit took me all week to do.
Yeah.
It's a lot of words. It's not a short read.
I can't wait to edit it at Thursday at 10 p.m.
No. This will not be a thing that you need to top edit at all.
Okay.
It'll be
locked. Take a look at it.
It'll be locked and loaded. Yeah. Read it along with everyone else. Maybe there's some stuff on there that you might spend some mornings with.
Sure. Then it's one of us has lunch, one of us naps me. Then we meander our way into the city where you get here pretty early. Mm-hmm. If it's the 2 o'clock pod, you get here at what, like 1 p.m.?
Yeah, I love an excuse to get out of the house.
Yeah, fucking get out from the old ball and chain. I'll saunter in at 1:30. Here's the deal. And here's where we got fucked up is when we record video, the Wi-Fi here in the Lower East Side is too slow to upload it at the clip that the Groms needed to then edit and upload.
It's a neighborhood
to download, edit, and upload to Substack and YouTube. So every time after record, I will take the memory card and the little memory card reader home and immediately upload it and make sure the upload goes through, et cetera, et cetera. Then I'll have to bring that stuff back.
That's the most crucial part. Yeah, yes. Bringing it back.
Because we recorded with NymFed alumni last night, my computer, and then I'll be in my little like office space and I'll have like the card reader and the card next to my computer. So I know when I get my computer, it's right there. Because we recorded last night and I didn't want to be in my like dingy little office space, my computer was in my kitchen or like my dining table. And that's where I left it because we were potting till like 9 o'clock. I ate dinner like 9:30, like a fucking, it's 3 hours later than I wanted.
Eating after 9 is apparently not something you're supposed to do.
Oh, really? As a noted person with very healthy relationship with food, what should I eat?
I just know that, I think the recommendation is like, yeah, you should not be consuming anything after 9. It's just like generally not healthy, I think.
I had some red snapper fillets and some shrimp that I needed to cook and eat. And I was a little like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
This stuff's so good.
I mean, did it taste good?
It tastes okay. I bought them on Sunday. Okay. So last time was Tuesday. So I was like, 1, 2, 3, like borderline. The shrimp is borderline. The fish was good. The shrimp was borderline.
That sounds very borderline. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is by the time I got in here at 11 a.m., because we had to accommodate for Chaz's flights, one, I don't know about you, but like coming in early kind of fucks up my routine.
I mean, I set my alarm. I like actually set an alarm like a common man.
Yeah. Woke up at 4 a.m. to watch a movie instead of like 8 a.m.
No, I woke up at 7 to like walk my dog and then begin the process of getting ready. And I was still in pretty early, actually. I could have slept in a little bit more.
I got here 10:30. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, fuck. I forgot the memory card and I forgot the memory card reader because my computer was not where it normally is for when I packed up. Booked it home on a city bike. Walked the city bike into my building. I didn't even lock it up.
Nice.
So the city bike is just chilling in my building lobby. Run up, grab the shit, come back, book it back, still beat Toro, Imwa, and Nick by like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, you nailed it, honestly.
I was fucking sweating. But anyway, it was off to a rough start. There was a wrinkle in the bike ride home on Delancey Street, right where like the traffic gets off the bridge. There's a huge traffic jam. was like, what the fuck's going on? It's because this person had passed out, like fallen out of their wheelchair and like passed out, and was like trying to get up but like couldn't, or
at least they didn't die.
Well, it looked not great.
Dying,
maybe in the process of
yikes,
dying.
Not the best process.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck, I got to book it home. I can't like help this guy.
You just bunny hop over the fucking dead body.
On a city bike. Nigel, I can't fucking like help this guy. I have to like, right?
Good Samaritan.
It's a human
act.
life. It's a human life.
Right? What do you just do? Call cops, right?
I called 911.
Oh, that's right. Of course.
And I
call
said,
police.
hey, and what's funny is that this is like a hangout spot for like, people. There's an overhang at the base of the Williamsburg Bridge. There's, I don't know, transportation access. I'm sure there's like social services around here.
Basehead HQ.
Absolutely. There's a guy that sleeps now, kind of like where you get off. So you kind of have to like, it's actually really inconvenient.
Oh yeah. He's a human speed bump.
There's like a guy in a wheelchair in the bike lane that's just like fucking weaving in and out of traffic. It's a lot of fun.
Yo, welcome to the fucking greatest city on God's green earth.
But so this is the second time where maybe like a year or two ago, I had to call 911 because there was a person that was like passing out, like leaning out, but he was clear, like he was trying to pass out onto the wall, but he's clearly like gonna fall into traffic.
Jesus.
And I was like, yo, and this is like the height of like, ACAB, BLM, etc. I was like, hey, this guy, he's not doing anything bad, but like I am concerned that he's gonna like fall into traffic and get hurt. So that was like,
you're in a tough spot.
This time I'm like, yo, I'm like biking and like we can't hear you. And I'm like, hey, there's a guy that's like passed out in traffic.
I'm late for a podcast. Can you fucking save this man's life? See ya.
I couldn't help him. We had to get video of Tori Moi. Do you know Tori Moi? Yeah, he's like really leaning into like emo and pop punk, and he's actually rapping on this album. It's fucking fire.
The new album is fucking sick. You guys should really check it out. Anyway, save that guy's life. Catch you on the flip ski.
Yeah. So my question, Lawrence, is one, did I do the right thing in calling 911? Two,
yes.
What are the? I did.
Yeah, you did the right thing. Versus completely ignoring him.
What? And then when I biked back, there was like a fire truck and an ambulance, and like he was back on his feet. Maybe he got like Narcan and shit.
You're a hero.
It wasn't necessarily. I'm sure other people had like called 911.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. When do you call 911, and when don't you?
Yo, honestly, I don't think I ever have called 911. Is that crazy?
Well, that's just you've lived a privileged life, my friend.
No, truly, honestly, being totally sincere. When do you call 911? If you have to ask, you probably should, right? If you're questioning whether or not you should call 911, I'm going to say err on the side of yes.
Let's say it's a Tuesday night. You have an early pod the next day. It's 11 p.m. and
my wife is having a seizure next to me in bed.
People in the neighborhood that you moved to recently, relatively speaking, years ago, they're playing like
their 5 years ago.
They're playing their bachata very loudly. And their cars are going up and down, and there's like maybe a motorcycle, like a dirt bike. Maybe there's an ATV.
What's the app?
It's 11:30 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, the fan situation that like my wife needs, like she can't sleep when it's silent. That's the thing that changed for me when we started moving in together. Is I don't know about you. I sleep in silence for the most part.
Okay.
Which was never an issue for me, but for her, and this might have to do with like her.
Oh, is this like
misophonia?
Is this the hetero?
Yeah. That's the straight leg cross, the bro way. So now we have an AC, we have like AC, we have a Vortex fan, and then she bought like another even smaller fan, not just for airflow, but I think also for like white noise. So
white noise. This is white noise.
Yeah,
I'm talking about non-white noise. So I'm talking about the soca and the fucking reggaeton.
What I'm saying is that because of my white noise chamber that I have learned to adapt to and sleep in every night, I would not be hearing that. So this scenario wouldn't apply to me.
But you do hear it.
Okay.
It's really loud.
No, I'm not going to call 911.
Your wife is like, Lawrence. That's not how she sounds.
Not at all.
Lawrence.
She's not my grandmother.
Larry.
No, I wouldn't. Though it's funny you bring this up because there have been some shootings in my neighborhood, and a group chat that I'm on with some friends who are also neighbors.
Some other neighborhood watchers.
No, we're like, yo, the Citizen app is like popping off. It's crazy to kind of like just see, not to like use it to narc out, but like to just keep tabs of what the situations may or may not be.
Oh, Big Brother app.
And I was like, I don't need another app on my phone. I'm good.
To watch the neighborhood, if you will.
Yeah.
Yo, the Citizen app, I feel like turns people into like really paranoid people that are like, the city's going to hell. Look at all this shit. It's like, well, yeah, of course, if you're looking at the thing that is like monitoring and tracking crime, of course.
Yeah, normally
it's like if you fucking tune into a police scanner.
Yeah.
Right?
Or just Fox News every night. They'll tell you everything that's happening in New York City that's obviously making this a dystopian wasteland.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not gonna I've never called 911. I would if I had to, but yeah.
What if you were mugged?
If I was mugged, do you call 911 if you're mugged?
I don't know.
And then you're like, yo, send an officer to my location. Drop 911's like, yo, drop a pin.
Drop a pin.
We'll send the bravest and the bluest over in fucking, a half hour.
We'll mark it on Citizen.
I don't know. When you've been mugged before, have you called 911?
When I was like 20 something and me and my friend got mugged, we did call 911 and then we're like 25 and we're like, why did we do that? That was so fucking pointless. And like the cops show up and like they didn't do anything.
Yeah, what did they?
They're like, okay, we're gonna drive around. If we see them, like point them out. And it's like,
so you gave
what?
You didn't have to give a description. You were doing a ride along.
Well, they were like, who mugged you? And we're like, two F, and they're like, black kids. And we're like, yeah. Yikes. That was the cops. And it was just like, okay, well, do you want to like file a report? And we're like, no, we just didn't want to like do paperwork. Speaking narc further. So it's just like, hey, can you give me a ride to the train station? And like, it's like,
can you swipe me in?
It's like a 10-minute walk away. Can you just like give me a ride there? And like, yeah, sure, here you go.
And then they just wait to arrest you when you hop over the turnstile.
Yeah. And then when they
2 for 1.
And then when they drove away, I was like, fuck you.
Yeah. Speaking of like mugging, but of more of in the emotional sense, something that I thought was very fascinating with Toro that we can dig into was his like bullying that he experienced because of both his last name and being biracial. And I was wondering if you connected with that being biracial yourself and if you had dealt with any bullying based on your heritage.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, not to get all fucking woke, and sorry, all the white snowflakes are going to get upset about talking.
Why do you antagonize them by doing this whole preamble?
Because they're not even listening to this. Like, because the Asian one is speaking. Biracialness is an interesting identity because it's not like you're half black, half yellow or whatever. It's like you're half white, half yellow. It's like you are just biracial.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is just what it is. And that's you're presenting internally. That's just who you are.
Yeah.
The external perception is if you're half black, half white, you're never half white, you're half black. Right? You'll never be never be like understood as like, oh, he's like, it's the white guy with a little something else. It's like, no, that's like a half black guy.
Interesting.
Or it's like, if you're half Asian, it's like, I will never be seen as like I will never be seen as a white person. I'll never be seen as like part Asian.
Okay. You know how does that make you feel?
For a while, weird. I definitely like took some, I got made fun of for being Asian when I was a kid. And I think like suppress that or tried to like kind of hide it away or like overcompensate for it by like, honestly, like clothes and like being like cool and being funny or trying to be cool and trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
As
succeeding, in my opinion.
Thank you. It wasn't until college when I think it's like,
fuck that shit.
Yo, fuck whitey, bro. Yo, fuck white America.
Dude, this is trauma begets trauma. Though I guess you can't be racist against white people.
No, I think like learning about how like whiteness is in this country, like whiteness is normalcy, where it's like, if you see commercial, like let's say it's like a diamond ring commercial. It's like, he went to Jared's. Typically you'd see just like 2 white hands, right? Like a white hand putting a ring on another white hand. What if you saw a black hand putting a ring on a white hand? Like that's not normal.
Then Fox News would lose their mind.
Exactly. That's not normal. And it's like it's an immediate like, oh shit, like you notice that, you see that. And then just reading literature and like books and experiences of people that mostly like half white, half black people in the South and kind of like their experiences. Cause I think half Asian is a relatively new phenomenon in this country. Phenomenon. More on the West Coast. It's more normalized on the West Coast.
Closer proximity to the source
of Asia. Yes.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, oh shit. I think, when you start learning about it, when you visit these places, like I'm lucky enough where I got to visit Japan a bunch. And I'm like, yo, Japan fucking rules. Also, like then when like people start looking, when like Kanye's like, yo, Japan rules, you're like, oh shit, see, like, look, Japan fucking is sick. Or when people start to fetishize like Japaneseness,
Right.
you're like, yeah, people fuck with this, even if it can get like weird and sexual and problematic in some other ways.
Yeah, real quick, dude.
Yeah, like y'all white men with your fucking Japanese schoolgirl socks.
Yeah, which is crazy because that's the cultural. That's not the cultural appropriation that's occurring.
Right.
As we've established, I'm doing my I'm Mo appropriating from the DMV.
So it was really cool to hear Chaz, and this is more on like past interviews about the Project Mahal, which kind of leaned into like Filipino psychedelic rock and influences, and using like exploring that side of his heritage, the Filipino side, and using like the jeepney, which is like an integral part of Filipino aesthetics and culture, to market that project. And yeah, just like kind of learn more about it, lean more into it. I mean, him talking about like, yeah, my most sentimental John is a t-shirt from like the Filipino American Association that his grandfather was president
In
of
Augusta.
back in the 70s.
In Augusta, Georgia. Yeah.
Which I'm sure like, yo, bro, being half Asian in New York City is a godsend versus being half black and half Asian in the South.
Yeah, dude, especially Augusta with Augusta National and all their rules and regulations.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit, dude. I'm just trying to putt, bro.
The only color that matters here are the greens.
Yes, that is true, dude.
But yeah, it was it's absolutely something I think that maybe not much so now, but I think when you're a kid, if you're slightly different, like the difference, if you look slightly different, the different shit is what will like stick out and what people like latch onto. And it's not like, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but it's like, if you're half white, half not white, people will only see the not white.
Yeah, no,
and
totally.
I'm not saying that they like will focus on that, but it's like, wait, what are you? Is like something I've heard a million times.
They're defining.
Have you ever gotten, wait, what are you?
They're defining you as the other is what they're doing.
Not even that. It's just like not registering as like normal, but subconsciously.
Okay.
Or consciously and explicitly and racistly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like it's cool that to hear him talk about it. Although I was like a little like, wow, you until you're like in your early to mid 30s is when you first started like in the interviews that he gave prior, where it's like you started like publicly being like proud of that side of your heritage.
Yeah, absolutely. It was cool to hear him talk about that. I don't know if that's something that he's like explored extensively in other interviews, but I thought he answered it very honestly and like intelligently. And it's cool to like basically, see somebody admit that.
What did people make fun of you for when you were a kid?
So unlike like Brian Greenberg growing up as a Jew in Missouri, and where he was like, yo, this is
Nebraska.
No, that was the thing that really blew me away. Is in Nebraska, like it wasn't that bad. But it was like in Kansas City is like, he was like, that was weird. When you're growing up Jewish in Northern New Jersey, I mean, people make the cheap jokes, like whatever. That's not crazy, no, the most traumatic bullying, I think I've told a story before, but and this kind of goes back to Toro y Moi with like being the suburban kid and like, the references on the new Whole Earth record, but like the idea of being a poser. And this is honestly all for the new listeners. I'll give some backstory here. Like, I was really into band tees at the time. There was a group of older kids that it really wouldn't matter like what band tee I was wearing or even how sincere my fandom was, or having done the research like Toro when he's like going into a new genre. It was like I was just like the whipping boy of like, you're a poser. It didn't matter if it was
because they were the older kids.
Yeah, I think so. And I think like, and listen, those guys who I think I said this too, at a certain point down the road, I saw them at a party when we were all in college and they apologized to me. Or at least one of them did, which was actually, and this kid was Jewish himself. So it really was nothing. It literally had to do with being called a poser publicly, regardless of like whether I was repping some indie sleaze stroke shit or some like fucking,
do you think you're a poser?
Epitaph Records punk shit. What?
Do you think you're a poser?
So I think that
the strict definition of the words of the term.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's like, but my thing is like, well, we're all kind of posers because we're not like going to see the Strokes fucking live, dude. Maybe they were on like the fucking weekends.
Well, how many of those people from your hometown are now opioid addicts? Because maybe,
oh, dude. Well,
they're not posers
my
anymore.
town,
maybe now they're dead.
In Mahwah, New Jersey, the issue is it's heroin, bro. The amount of people that I went to,
opiates.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but not pills necessarily. Though I'm sure that's part of like the issue.
Opium, opiates.
No, but it's not a big pharma thing. It's more of like, just
but heroin is an
doing
opiate.
smack. Yeah, okay, fair. It's sad. A lot of privileged kids that like, don't have a lot of direction from my town, unfortunately, did OD and die because of heroin addiction. It's fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah, because they thought they were like living their rock star dreams. Or they're just like depressed and bored suburban kids.
I think it's like
oxy to heroin pipeline.
I grew up in like a very privileged part of northern New Jersey, but like there was definitely like, we'll say levels to it, where it's like there was a lot of like their parents were like the first generation that like made wealth, or like made some money, where it was like, my dad is a really successful contractor, builds up this amazing business. Like, maybe I'm the first person in my family that's like going to go to college and not trade school. And, so like, I think it was like classist in its own way. And I think those kids, like maybe not being like, oh, I don't want to do the trade that my parents do, even though I think some of them did go into like family business and are successful. And I know some people specifically, but like, but they're also like, I don't necessarily want to go to college. Not that anyone needs to, or like there's, we were joking about this moment where you said that I tell people not to go to college.
You do.
Do I say that publicly?
Yeah.
Fuck college, dude. Well, I think it's more speaking for myself. Like the thing that we went to school for, we don't utilize at all to make a living.
Sure.
And a good living, an impactful living, right?
What do you do? What do you major in?
Economics.
Bro, you're fucking looking at the money every day.
I think that's more because I'm a cheap Jew.
No, you're like, my economics degrees tell me that we're not making enough money.
We need to supply more fucking content because the demand is so high.
There it is.
So yeah, I think like, you're kind of like, you're chilling. You're not going to college. You don't want to join the family business. You're in the town you grew up in. You're chilling. You're bored. Speaking of supply,
It's a chilling pandemic.
There's a lot of heroin around.
Right.
And then, I think some people get fucking sucked into that life, which is a bummer.
So were they like, you're a poser, man. You've never done fucking smack at pianos on the Lower East Side.
I don't think they were addicted to, though that grade specifically, this grade above me was like the bad grade. Like
Ooh.
a couple, like it was like every couple of years, there's like, they're like the bad apples, right? So those kids were definitely like having sex and doing like hard drugs way earlier.
And you're like, wait, if I
Then,
wear
like,
the
my
same
grade?
clothes as them, then maybe I can fuck.
But I think it was more of like, it's like, yeah, what do you little twerp, what do you fucking know about fucking, the garage band revival, or what do you know about fucking Warped Tour?
And did you, or you're just like, I'm trying to be cool?
No, I mean, my thing is, like I said, with Toro, I'm always diving in, dude. Like even with movies, like talking about these like crazy.
So you were a poser then.
But I think it's such a fucking sliding scale where the goalposts can always be moved. There's always going to be somebody who is more authentic than you. And that person, they could call you a poser and they wouldn't technically be wrong. So if I had to look back with hindsight, being 2020, I would say, yes, I probably was a poser. With that said, you don't need to say that in front of me, in front of other people. And then the worst part was, this is the thing that I don't think, I probably hurt my feelings the most, is that a friend of mine at the time, who was also onto this stuff, but for whatever reason was able to kind of beat the poser allegations, he started using it against me as well. And that was when it was like, oh, one of my own. And then I started realizing at the time, like, maybe this guy isn't as good of a friend as I think he is. And just because he has a car and he can drive us places doesn't mean I need to hang out with him.
Add him to the fucking op list. Maybe he was sick and tired of you asking for rides around places.
No, it was like it would be like, yo, let's go. Like, you're not like, hey, take me somewhere, but like, yo, let's fucking click up and go get some hand jobs from girls.
Oh, what?
Yeah. You ever have a friend or like you're dating two girls that are friends as well? So it's like, you can then tell your parents are hanging out with hanging out with the group and then go to the free crib.
You're a hand job, bro. That's fucking, you're a sex poser.
Dude, I was literally 14.
I'm fucking with you. God, fucking poser.
This was deep, dude.
Yeah, we got pretty deep.
I wanted to.
Did it hurt your feelings when Jenna didn't take your last name?
No, dude. Who wants to be fucking Schlossman?
Okay.
And also, objectively, Blackwell is harder. She was like, be Blackwell. And I'm like, well, I'll never live that fucking down.
Like, I'm not trying to.
My whole life is on the internet.
I'm not trying to be named Blackwell. I'm trying to live life.
Black and well, baby. Well done.
You said it, not me.
Yeah.
All right. This is another episode of The Afters.
Yeah.
Right?
This was a good one, dude. I got to read some Rudyard Kipling. We got to talk about presidents. We got to get deep.
Ooh, I think Teddy Roosevelt is my number one. I read a big biography of his, which is like.
Did he write an autobiography?
No.
That's like is that a newer
Maybe
phenomenon?
maybe
like Obama and shit? Like,
yeah, absolutely. It's like a money grab. But I think I'll give you, it's like 900 pages. It's really good.
900 pages?
I think it's Walter Isaacson, the same guy that did Steve
Jobs and Musk, bro. He was just in the news because of Elon Musk's daughter fucking calling out, Isaacson's portrait of Elon.
Yes. Walter Isaacson, The Bully Pulpit. No, wait, sorry. That's
Sounds
I think he did. Yes, Theodore Roosevelt, a biography.
Damn, dude. Yo, Walter Isaacson.
Wait, let me confirm that it was. No, sorry, it was Henry Pringle. Fire name, sounds delicious.
Once you pop, you can't stop, dude. No, I would say to Isaacson, it's like, yo, bro, you're so busy fucking writing about other men's life. Why don't you just fucking be a man and live your own, dog? That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
I'm being facetious.
What's he gonna do? Write a book about writing books?
Hey, wouldn't it be the first time? Writing autobiographies for dummies by Walter Isaacson.
The crazier thing is like celebrity memoir ghostwriters.
Bro, this is so perfect that you fucking brought this up because there's a movie about a ghostwriter that was in my fucking awards that I dropped.
Nice.
Which will make sense now that everyone has hopefully read it and loved it and said very nice things to me and not called me now a movie poser.
Yeah.
The ghostwriter, unfortunately, it's a Roman Polanski movie.
Oh, okay.
But no,
came out this summer?
No. I told you it's not movies that came out in the summer. It's movies that I watched in the summer, and I reverse engineered fun categories so I could recommend some movies that are on streaming that people can watch. Because no one needs me to be like, I like Challengers. I thought Furiosa was funnier than I thought it was going to be, or the Bike Riders had so much potential.
How many times have you seen Challengers?
Twice.
You fucking hand job horny. You're fucking horny Larry over there.
Has that
hand job fiend and fucking watching Challengers 5 times?
I think that because you got, speaking of names, you got that which I think you gave yourself that. Like I think you created a prison of your own design. You're like, yo, I don't want to be known as that. Whereas like, I think I've always just been a horny little demon and then but you know I never had the fucking mantle of being horny Larry.
You know what that is? That's the Jew in you.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Horny little Jewish man.
Listen, right. Yo, not as horny and not much of a demon and a Jew as Roman Polanski. So,
absolutely.
There's always somebody who's
demonier than you.
I'm a poser when compared to Roman Polanski.
I hope so, bro. All right, this is another episode of the Afters. Chef, take us out.